friends, Sat Sri Akal. In this video, we will be traveling to the Gurez Valley, the very beautiful valley of North Kashmir, situated at a distance of 85 kilometers from Bandipora and about 150 kilometers from Srinagar. In continuation of this valley is another very beautiful valley, the Neelam Valley of Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan. But before we venture into this valley, I request you all to kindly subscribe to my channel, Grandpa on Wheels. On this trip, I was accompanied by my friends Harminder Singh Gill and Kuldeep Singh Sidhu, and we had come directly from Lulab Valley. First, that is even before reaching Bandipora, we passed by the Wular Lake, the largest freshwater lake of Asia, on the right side of the road. The lake is very beautiful, though it is shrinking in area. After passing through Bandipora, we started climbing towards the Rajdan Pass, but at places the Wular Lake was visible below through the trees. Just before the Rajdan Pass, at a distance of 43 km from Bandipora, is the holy shrine of Pir Baba, which is maintained by the Indian Army. The Rajdan Pass also presents a very beautiful view with an army post just on the pass and another on a high hill on the left. The road going down from the pass is in a very bad shape, though the view around it is very beautiful. The area ahead of the Rajdan Pass is very beautiful, but very heavily guarded due to its proximity to the Indo-Pak border. At many places, we find strong fencing of barbed wire, sometimes even in 2 or even 3 lines, probably to check cross-border infiltration. Even the vehicles passing through the trackable post after proper registration are issued tokens to be deposited after verification on the return journey. Before reaching Dover, the main town of Gurez Valley, we crossed by the artificial lake found by the constitution of Kishan Ganga hydroelectric project. Soon after that, at about 4 p.m., we reached Dover and checked into a homestay arranged by Kaka Hotel just near it, as the hotel itself was fully booked. After having some snacks and tea, we went to see the symbol of Gurez Valley, the Habba Khatun peak, not very far away. Its upper half, shining in the evening sun, presented a wonderful view. Just at the base of the hillock is the Habba Khatun spring, a source of very clear water just near the river. The views of the rays of the sun penetrating through the gaps in the clouds were very pleasant to look at. After spending a good time near the Habba Khatun, we went to Khandeal Jal. Though empty in those days, the water reservoir of village Khandeal, from where we can have a very vital view of Dover and the area around it. When we reached the hotel, it was already quite dark and time for campfire, with almost all the guests of the hotel gathered around it. We had a good time there till dinner. During the walk after dinner, we had a very good view of the Habba Khatun peak at night. Next morning, having a quick but heavy breakfast, we left for Chakwali, the last post on the Pakistan border, about 65 kilometers away. We passed through villages like Choti Tolel, Neru, etc., having very beautiful view of the valley all along. The traditional houses made of wooden logs with huge stalks of firewood near them showed a very typical character of the region. We also talked with some people of the villages about their living conditions, especially during the winter season. The multicolored new houses in many places were in a total contrast to the old houses. We also passed through the beautiful Talel Valley, full of greenery along the river below. We were stopped at a check post at Badwab village about 12 kilometers short of Chakwali and not allowed to go further due to some VIP movement. So we came back, but instead of going to the hotel, passed through Dover to visit Ismarg, another popular tourist spot, but found nothing to match its popularity except the vegetable research farm and a few homestays. From there, we came back to the hotel and after some rest, went towards the lake along the old road to see the natural fountains. Before the lake were the ruins of village Badwan, which was destroyed and relocated during the building of the dam of Kashmir project. Between the ruins and the lake, there are a number of natural fountains that work on the principle of artesian wells, that is, water being collected at a higher altitude in porous rock between layers of hard, impermeable rock, finding an outlet at some lower level and thus flowing out automatically. The hills that overlook that place form the border between India and Pakistan. Even the border posts of the Indian Army are visible at some places, whereas the Pakistani posts are on the other side of these hills. We left Dover early next morning and after passing through the beautiful valleys, also passed through the very tough road to climb the Razdan Pass and finally reached the other side of the Wuller Lake on our way to Srinagar and further to Daksham and Varvan Valley.